Hello, everybody. It's Silent Eric here, and we have a new spoiler season for Heart of the Huntress. Let's just get right into this. New vocab Ambush can be played if you have no other hidden ambush abilities. Hidden allies are 2-cost 2/2s. You may pay a hidden ally's ambush cost to transform it into its base card. Okay. So it's a 2-mana 2/2 for 2, but you can have it flip over. Uh, Not sure when you can pay the ambush cost based on that, but we'll probably find out. Uh, let's see. They have some examples here. A cub ambush. Transform Shadow in the Brush into a cub. Shadow in the Brush is 2-mana 2/2. Okay, so ambush creates shadows in the brush. The Cub's ambush is a burst way to turn one of those into a 3-mana 2/2 with Fearsome. And that would normally cost 1, ambush 1. Nexus Strike, it'll summon a Protector. Interesting. Okay. But the ambush is doesn't have a symbol. Okay. Alright. Let's start looking at some actual cards and see what we can get a look at here. We'll start over here. So, we have the Cub that we saw before. 3-mana 2/2 Fearsome, Ambush 1. So you pay 2 mana and then you pay 1 mana. It comes up to a total of 3 mana. You could also, I believe, just play it for 3 instead of doing the whole ambush thing. But on Nexus Strike, it summons a 3/1. And this is cat stuff, so this is going to be Cat Synergy. It's in Shurima. The ambush. Interesting. Okay. So the next set of cards, let's keep going. We have Big Game Tycoon Shurima. 7 mana 5/6. On play, manifest a card with ambush. And when an ally transforms, double its power and health. Okay, so ambush has to do with transforming. Right, ambush does have to do with transforming, doesn't it? And that means it's going to work with the Nar synergy stuff. So you can definitely do Bandle City with Shurima and go transform instead of having to do Bandle City Freljord. 7 mana though. It manifests a card with ambush. That's pretty late in the game. That comes in way after like Chief Nakotok and stuff like that. Still strong. It'd be nice if you could cheat it out somehow. I suppose that's what the new, not mini morph, but condense might be good with. Anura and Fruip. Allies that have a different subtype than other allies in play cost 1 less. Ooh. And because of Fruip, that counts as a reptile. So your first cat, your first bird, your first reptile, Anura is going to help you curve or go wide with a wide variety of animals. And that's P and Z. Okay. Interesting. So P and Z with the Warden of the Tribes, maybe? Bristlehog. 1 mana 1/2. Once an ally is transformed this game, grant me +1/+1. So your first ambush, your first champion level up, a couple things like that. You will get a 1 mana 2/3. Decent, I suppose. It's better than the 1 mana 1/1s that turn into 3/3s. Uh, is it better? It's better without turning into a 3/3, but it's definitely a worse payoff. It depends on how quickly you can transform, I suppose. Because it doesn't seem like you'll be transforming until turn 3. Hmm. Face check. Manifest a card with ambush. So there is another one. Big Game Tycoon and face check. Face check bush. That's a funny reference. So in League of Legends, if you go into a bush without putting some kind of way to get vision, then that's called face checking, because you're checking with your face and you might get it bitten off, or you know, uh, big man yelling Demacia swinging a sword at you, something like that. So that's what face checking is. That's a good reference. So it manifests a card with ambush. When you face check, you will get ambushed. I like that. Okay, next set of cards. Let's go. Now we have the Shadow in the Brush. That is what you get when you ambush. It's 2 mana 2/2. Just says what could be hiding here. Could be anything with ambush. A Blimp Pack Poacher is our second ambush card. When I transform from Blimp Pack Poacher's ambush, the next time I block or am blocked this round, capture my enemy if its power is 6 or less. Okay, so this is a 2 mana 2/2, and you can play it as a 2 mana 2/2 ambush, and then pay 3 mana, so 5 mana, to still be a 2/2, but next time I block or am blocked. Okay, and that's burst speed. Okay, so the way that this works, it's all coming together now, is at slow speed, you play a Shadow in the Brush. You play an ambush unit as a ambush. That's going to be Blimp Pack Poacher, we'll say. And then that generates a burst speed spell in your hand, Blimp Pack Poacher's Ambush, which you can play at burst speed to transform Shadow in the Brush into the unit. That's how that works. Okay, so going from there to the All-Terrain Trooper, 2 mana for a 2/2, and for 0 mana, you could turn it from a 2/2 to a 3/1 that grants the weakest enemy vulnerable. You could also just pay 2 mana for a 3/1 that does that on summon, but you could also have it be a 2/2 that, I don't know, could block a 1/1 and then flip over and also. Alright, that is the set of cards, but every day there's a secret little hint thing as to what's coming next, and I happen to have that right here. That is a crazy cat. It might be what Nidalee looks like, actually, like the Nidalee rework. So I could definitely see, just like Gnar, Nidalee being someone that transforms back and forth. Might have something to do with ambush as well. So ambush and transform. So transforming from brush to Nidalee to cat to Nidalee to bush. Like, I don't know. It's probably going to have a lot of transforming. Should be good with Chief Nakotak. Seems like the obvious pairing here. Ooh, that is a if that is Nidalee, that is a redesign. Uh, Also worth noting, but in the full art for Anora and Froop, you can actually see uh, Nidalee, or no, sorry, Neeko. So we're getting Nidalee and Neeko together, which is great. Uh, one of them's probably going to be Shurima. One of them might be a World Walker. Probably Neeko World Walker, Nidalee, Shurima. If they go with some kind of storyline where one of them got captured, I guess they could put one of them in P and Z. Although personally, I would dislike that because there's so many P and Z champions to get to. I'd rather one of them just be a World Walker. Okay. So what do we think about this mechanic? this whole ambush thing. Hmm. I think I like it. It's a lot of stuff that you can play for 2 mana. Like you can just get a 2 mana unit. You're not gonna draw a high cost thing and be like, oh, I can't play it. And then you can later, like this Blimp Pack Poacher guy, he can just come in as a 2/2 on turn 2, and then the next turn you pay 3 mana, and suddenly you have yourself a unit. You do that right when you declare a block or someone tries to block you, and it just gets the capture. Probably best to use it to block something. And it's if its power is 6 or less. Yeah, Blimp Pack Poacher is going to be a very tough thing to play around. You're going to be really scared to swing into an ambushing area. Da-da-da. But it is worth noting, if you try to run an entire ambush deck, that ambush units can only be played hidden if you have no other hidden ambush allies. So you can't have more than one of these things at a time. So you're not going to be able to like fill the board with Blimp Pack Poachers. You have to do, which is why it's good to have stuff like the All-Terrain Trooper, which is when I'm summoned or transformed does an effect. You can still just play that for the summon effect. And you could just play the Poacher Cub if you wanted to, as a 3 mana 2/2. But it's a lot less likely to hit that Nexus Strike even on turn 3, even with Fearsome. So you're better off playing it face down and attacking, and then trying to mind game your opponent that is that a Poacher Cub that's going to just give you a Fearsome blocker like one time if they don't block it, or is it a Blimp Pack Poacher that if I do try to block it, I'm just going to get captured with whatever I block with. And I mean, if you have like a chump blocker or something, it might be worth it. If they have nothing that can block a Fearsome, you're just going to want to ambush right away when you swing. Yeah, I think I really like this ambush mechanic. It's something that I really wanted to see, and it makes me hopeful, actually, that we might actually see Twitch in this set. That would be pretty great, actually, if we got Nidalee, Neeko, and then Twitch for a PNZ champion. Okay, so Neeko could be Vandal City. And then obviously Nidalee's going to be Shurima because of Ishtal. Ishtal is in Shurima. They could put Neeko as a World Walker, but if they want to go all out with the whole ambush thing and make like an ambush deck, I think a Nidalee and Twitch ambush thing using PNZ with Shurima could be interesting. But we'll see. Tomorrow we'll have more reveals. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Put in a comment. What do you think are the new champions going to be? I think Neeko and Nidalee are definitely shoe-ins, but there should be a third one. If we're lucky, there's a fourth one. And personally, I'd really like to see Twitch, especially with this ambush mechanic. I like this ambush mechanic. I think it's going to open up some really fun mind games, and you're going to be very cautious. But at the same time, like these things all die to Mystic Shot. So if there's like a big unit that's hidden under a thing, and they're trying to like put it out for 2 mana and then flip it the next turn, you can really punish ambush by Mystic Shotting bushes. So yeah, well, guess we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.